Hey, all doing? My name is Charles May, and I want to share with you a life-changing experience that I had as a teenager. My single most defining moment was a loss of control that quickly resulted in pain and fear. Part of my chores as a teenager was to gather firewood for our old wood stove in our house. My father and I routinely got up early to cut the trees, bring them home to be split, stacked, and stored for winter. A single moment of anger and weakness during this time changed my life forever. During the spring of 1997, I was approximately 15 years old, and like normal, we set out early morning to acquire the firewood. We managed to get all the wood we needed by about 5 o'clock and headed home that afternoon. Already tired from cutting the wood, battling the carpenter ants, the wood needed to be unloaded from the truck. Again, we battled the carpenter ants, and fatigue was now a factor. The wood was unloaded, my father continued his chores in the house, and I was left to cut and stack the wood. As always, I used my trusty 8-pound, wooden-handled splitting maul to cut the wood. It was perfect size for me, and it worked. I chopped about halfway through the wood pile when I came across a stubborn cedar round with a knot that refused to split, even after several attempts. In anger, I swung the maul as hard as I could with my full weight, and I caught the maul on a clothesline that was behind me I did not see. The maul bounced back off the clothesline, connected with my head, and instantly split the skin. The force pummeled me to the ground, where I covered my head with my hands, writhing in pain for the next few minutes trying to recover. After realizing what had happened, I made my way into the house. Dizzy, afraid, and bleeding profusely, I collapsed on the floor. After my parents had called emergency services, I was taken to the hospital and given 7 staples to close the wound. In the end, self-control and adequate preparation would have helped me stay focused, but instead, I got this scar to remind me forever of the near-death encounter I had. Now, every time I look in the mirror, I think back to myself and say, oh yeah, people are stubborn, but tough creatures, so hard knocks of life, by design, are usually more helpful than harmful.